My mic isn't on. That's
There we go.
Oh, it's on now?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Episode 2 of Podcast Hangs. Give it up, y'all.
Welcome to the episode 2 of Podcast Hangs, the first one where we're going to have actual video.
Holla.
And in this podcast, you're kind of wondering, what we're going to be doing. And I don't know. I think this podcast is for, life reflections, life realizations, just about life in general.
For sure, yeah. I think since we've recorded the first episode, we've gotten a lot of feedback from friends and family and just people who have followed us so far. And there's been a lot of questions as to what makes us different than other podcasts. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about this for a little bit because, think about it, there's a lot of podcasts out there. There's a lot of podcasts that we love and a lot of podcasts that inspired this podcast known as Podcast Hangs. So I think one thing that sets us apart a little bit is the fact that the hosts you get, just for the record also, this is Nick right now.
This is Jesse.
This is Danny.
And we are the hosts of Podcast Hangs. Just wanted to get that out of the way.
Also,
and,
so you know how we sound too.
Right.
Just in case there's any differing in the voices and stuff.
Yeah.
People will know.
You'll never know it's me.
Oh. Yeah, there's going to be a little mystery
Never.
here. A little bit of mystery in Podcast Hangs, but
Mystery, you say?
oh. Who do we got right now, Jesse? Who is that?
Is that Yoda?
Yoda? You seek Yoda?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got Yoda on the second episode of Podcast Hangs right now. Yoda, how
We're
you
just
feeling?
rolling in these guests. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that as I'm doing good, and I'm doing good as well. Thank you for joining us today.
That's not Klingon, I guess, right? I'm versed in Klingon.
That's a different universe.
Right. All right. Well, Yoda, thank you.
Star Trek and Star Wars were never in the same universe, right?
No, Star Trek is like the future history of Earth, whereas Star Wars is humans and a completely different side of the whole entire universe altogether.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. And right there, scene. That's what you're going to get here at Podcast Hangs. That's what makes us a little different from everybody else. We got active musicians right here as the hosts talking about stuff from Star Trek and the Star Wars universes to, everything and above, beyond that and below that. So, yeah, right there, man. That's what you get here at Podcast Hangs. You don't get that everywhere else, I would say. You don't get Yoda everywhere else for sure. I mean, that guy's a really hard guest to book, and
I thought he was dead.
he was not cheap.
Honestly, I thought he was dead. I thought he died.
His agent, oh my God, he's a real. I'm not gonna say too much because, we signed a contract.
Who is his agent though? Isn't that the next highest? Who trained him? Who trained Yoda to be Yoda? I guess that would be his agent.
Legal vocabulary is different in those universes.
Was it-
I guess.
What do you mean,
Agent.
master?
Yeah. Who's his master?
I don't know.
I guess agent is master in this case. Who was it?
I don't really know. In the Legends series, I'm reading back on the Darth Bane era, which is a little bit before Yoda became a Jedi, I guess, because he was 900 or something years old, but the whole almost the whole time he was a Jedi, the Sith were basically extinct, and the story picks up the next 1,000 years later, and Yoda's just the head Grandmaster. So I really don't know who trained Yoda. I don't think if they have covered that in Legends, I just haven't read on it yet. I have no idea.
So him and Luke Skywalker, no sexual relation whatsoever. They never hooked up, right? At all.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Okay. Fair enough. Just trying to contribute.
I don't know.
This is what you do when you're not a Star Wars or a Star Trek fan.
I don't know.
You just try to.
George Lucas probably wouldn't even know that either.
I would hope not. I mean, I've seen a little bit of the movies, and from what I've seen, I just hope it's really not that.
Serious inquiries only.
Exactly, yeah. But I'm not a serious Star Wars, Star Trek fan, so that's the inquiries I get. But anyway, so back to the subject of what makes us different.
I just have to interrupt and say that your freezer works, Danny. This thing
Really?
is frozen.
Oh,
It feels like a glacier, and it's
For
gonna
those of
gonna
you-
taste so good.
for those of
It
you
lost
not
all the feeling because there's no room in there. That's why.
it's
true.
No, think about it. Since this is smart water, for anyone who's watching, this is smart water.
There
So
you
it's
go.
kind of like you're freezing a brain almost. Like I've frozen some brain here.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
it'll make
I
me
think that's the dumbest thing you've ever
it'll
said.
make me smarter.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it's supposed to make you smarter, it's not gonna do anything right now. This ain't gonna help you right now.
It's got to thaw.
Yeah.
First, I mean, look at it. You can see it like. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Right. So like, when's your
Like,
test?
bloop, bloop,
Like
bloop,
Tuesday?
bloop.
Maybe you can have it done by then, and it'll be okay.
It'll probably melt in like an hour, maybe.
Why don't you go leave that outside for a couple minutes?
I'm a pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
We'll check it out and see what we get from that at the end of the podcast. Maybe we'll check on the smart water later.
I'll just keep it right here. I'll try not to.
Oh, you want to put it
any.
right there, or should we put it
I'm
somewhere
gonna
else
keep it
that
right.
we can like?
I'd like to keep it right there. If
Okay.
we could, please.
All right, we'll do that. That's another thing you get here at Podcast Hangs is a little bit of little what's the word when you meet in the middle? That's
Compromise?
Compromise. Yes, my brain is just working a little
I was
slower
going to
today.
say sexual intercourse, but
Well, yeah, that's a
I don't
given,
know, do
but
you meet in the middle for that? I don't know.
you definitely gotta. I mean, everyone has to comply in that situation and give consent. So there's that. But we're not talking about sexual relation. We're talking about whole bunch of stuff here on Podcast Hangs.
well,
honestly.
I think if we're talking about that, I think you should tell the story you were telling us outside about your class because that was pretty great.
What class? Which one?
Dude, we're talking about sex. What class do you think I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Do you feel comfortable talking about your
I don't know.
school assignments?
I'll just say I'm taking a class in college called Sexuality in the Cinema, and I can't divulge much. But what I can say, it's going to be a very interesting class so far.
Very much so.
I'll give you that much.
Okay.
I'll give you that much.
Yeah, for those of you listening and seeing the Podcast Hangs go on right now, me and Jesse are both still in college. We're about junior, senior level right now.
I honestly don't know what I am. To be
I don't
quite
know
honest
really
with
either.
you.
I know
I'm
I've
a
been there for a
failure.
little bit. What?
I'm a failure.
No. Danny's just older than
Chill.
us.
I went to
and-
rehab. I'm a failure.
No, but you graduated
Chill.
high school too. You graduated high school as well, so that is not a failure right there.
We're all not failures because
There's
we
a
all
lot of
graduated
people that
high school.
graduated high school and didn't go to college and are doing great things.
For real.
AKA half the musicians we look up to, honestly. So there you go right there, man. I mean, yeah, so at the time we're filming and recording this, it's about the first week of school for me and Jesse. And Jesse, how would you say your first week went?
I'd say my first week went pretty well. I'm
Yeah.
excited for this upcoming semester, I think.
How often are you going to school?
I go to school Monday through Thursday.
How early, how late?
On Mondays and Wednesdays, I go from 11 to 1. Tuesdays, Thursdays, I go from 6 to 4 o'clock.
Okay. And the address for your college, please. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, that's a pretty good schedule, honestly. I got Monday through Thursday as well, and
3-day weekends rule, by the way. If you
Yeah,
haven't-
honestly.
If you've never had one, then
if you're
They're worth
listening
it.
and you're gonna be applying to college and you're just trying to get your classes figured
hop
out
on
in
those
general,
3-day weekends.
hop on those 3-day weekends.
Been on like a year-long weekend.
Yeah, you have been on a very long weekend, my friend.
Every day is a weekend for you.
But isn't that the life you want to live? Honestly, that's a good life.
That's what everybody wants.
You got more time to do music and podcast hang, so that's pretty cool right there.
It's a good deal, man.
It is, honestly. You
Who,
live.
who wouldn't want more time to do this show?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Once again, we're live from Danny's condo. Danny has this condo for himself, and it's really cool. And it's definitely the best place that any of our friends have. Sorry, guys, but this place honestly rules. So, Danny, shout out to your place and shout out to your life, man. You got a good life, honestly. All of us
yeah.
here, I think, have good lives. You know,
We're happy with each other.
yeah, we're happy with ourselves, happy with each other. So it doesn't matter at the end what you're doing, as long as it's making you happy. So that's just what I've come to learn in life. But
I don't mean to like completely do a 180 on this topic, but you know what makes me unhappy, dude? You know what really makes me unhappy?
what's up?
Traffic. Dude,
Let's talk about traffic.
You
You
know
gotta
what
deal with
grinds my
traffic.
gears? So since
grinds my gears.
grinds the gears.
so I mean,
Peter.
Maryland has this thing called Ocean City. This place called Ocean City that everybody happens to go to when it's just a nice weekend outside.
Ocean Shitty.
And
That's a
nobody
nickname.
seems to like be on the same page as far as when they go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you know that you're going to Ocean City, you know there's going to be traffic. So you want to leave like maybe sometimes a day ahead of like when you're trying to go.
Yeah.
And that's why the reason we're doing this podcast here is because I moved back over here to avoid all that bullshit.
Yeah, Danny. So talk about
It's
your
insane,
You
dude.
you
It's
you have
insane.
more experience with that than I do.
talk about your traffic nightmares there.
Oh, you
It's
probably you probably
insane,
had a
dude.
lot.
I mean, like sometimes I've gotten off work and my dad and I go to look at the bridge traffic and Ritchie Highways. Like
Oh,
it,
dude.
50's backed up all the way back to Ritchie Highway. It's literally insane. That's like an 8-mile backup, I think.
and that's
Oh,
often,
God.
right? That's pretty often.
That happens every once in a while. I mean,
Oh.
sometimes it'll be like a couple hours or so. If like on a Friday, Saturday, yeah.
It's just
man,
backed
that's-
up.
Dude, it's insane.
I can't imagine going
They
through that
need-
every day.
Dude, they need to make another like 2 bridges. Like,
Preach!
for real.
Pre-
They need to make
Preach.
another
Literally.
2 bridges because there's not enough room on the 2 that's there already. Because you figure not only is everybody in Maryland going to Ocean City, but people from Delaware and Virginia and Pennsylvania
There's a lot connected there,
and the
yeah.
Carolinas and New Jersey. I mean, everybody wants to go to Ocean City because it's better than Jersey Ocean City.
But it's not only on the
Arguably, yeah.
bridge though. It's like it starts on the highways, like building up to the
Yeah.
bridge. Like 90, like you could say like 95 is one of them, or you could say like 97.
And I
or
mean, really, like
anything
the
like
area
that. Like
we live
anything leading up to the bridge just gets so bad. So bad.
The area we live in too during the summertime, it's really really close to Los Angeles, man. And that's why like everybody's flocking to Ocean City. It's very very close to that, and I'd say it's more like Florida, because LA's like a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, you think of like LA. Like LA has their traffic. New Jersey has their traffic. Like Maryland's traffic is just like its own.
But I
thing.
mean, like,
it's
as
just
far as-
as equally bad.
As far as like beach party area on the East Coast, Ocean City's like the main spot.
Yeah.
I would say on
I
the
would- I would agree with
on
that.
on the entire East Coast, and that's the only reason why I'm comparing it to
don't-
Los Angeles.
Really, compared to like Myrtle Beach or like Virginia Beach or like
Well-
New York or like anything like that on the East Coast, like Ocean City's like the hottest out of all that stuff. You think?
Well, I mean,
I don't know about
I
that
mean,
one.
I hear about Ocean City on the news all the time, and there was like one other like I don't know criminal show or some
Oh
clip
yeah,
that I saw.
yeah. I think I know what you're talking
and
about.
the case was all a bit, like based out of secrets in Ocean City. Like, there's so many things.
Secrets
that
is
I've
damn
seen-
popular, yeah.
I've seen Ocean
Yeah.
City, like a lot of people bring it up. I mean, I go to Florida to visit with my family that used to live in Ocean City, and that's all they talk about is how great Ocean City was.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I think Jersey is probably like the close, like the same as.
I
like,
mean, it felt
popular.
like when we went there to play, it kind of felt like we were driving
Yeah.
to Ocean City because like
Yeah.
when we got there, we did go to where did we
think-
go? Was it Asbury
Yeah,
Park?
Asbury Park.
Because
I
it
think
felt
they're
like
both,
it
like-
felt like Ocean City
I
there.
thi- I-
honestly,
I'd say
to
they're
me,
both
anyway.
like just as popular as each other, but as far as like the East Coast, like again, that's what I'm referring to it because the whole like coast of like LA is just beach. You know
Right,
what I mean?
So they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. It just shows that sometimes you don't gotta leave home to have a good time. You just
Yeah.
gotta like go down a few hours and you'll find some good spots to be and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people spend a lot of money on travel and all that kind of stuff and end up in very bad situations from traveling. So,
But then,
you know,
like, even in traffic, like, you try to skip the back roads. Like, you go to the back roads
yeah.
or, like, the scenic routes.
I
and, like,
love
you,
back
and,
roads.
And, like, everybody goes there, too, and they're just as equally bad.
I could get caught in traffic in back roads for like 10 hours and be fine, honestly.
Really?
I would
I
love
don't know.
I would love back, like if it's a really nice back road, like it's like on like a straight path, then it'd be pretty cool.
I don't know.
Would
That would probably kill me.
What I say what I say the solution should be, if Larry Hogan is listening, is before they built the bridges, they used to have a ferry that would ferry
Ooh.
cars across to and from. So I say we
Oh, shit.
bring that back in the meantime while they're working on another bridge or two, just to get traffic across that, so you have people that are getting in line to, and say you have two ferries, one's going back and forth at the same time, you know, bringing cars over, trip, you know, and then people are going.
They still do that, don't
and
they?
then, like,
don't they
all
do
the
that, like,
trucks and
like
stuff are
in
going
places
over the
around the
bridge?
world? Don't people still do that?
Probably.
I think they do.
Yeah, they do it some
But
places.
I would
I would
say
think that
that's
they
the
would.
Boston, I
best
think.
solution that they could possibly do, like within the foreseeable future, that could clear up all that stuff, and it would be super easy to do, I feel like. And not only that, it would create a lot of Maryland jobs too.
Good,
think?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
There's
it
got to
could.
be people that operate it, so
I feel like it would probably help the bay too, since like all that traffic, like there, like all of the emissions from the cars and stuff,
Yeah.
going into the bay, I guess, or like going into like the area around the bay. I feel like that would probably like help it too, if like no cars are on there, like
Yeah.
like,
I would
like
say
starting
so.
and stuff.
So what we're saying here, Larry Hogan, is bring back the ferry.
If somebody
Bring back the ferry. Bring back the ferry. Bring back the ferry. Bring back the ferry. Why is nobody is doing this with me right now?
I don't know, I'm just like, if somebody knows Larry Hogan and can give him this and like have him listen to our idea, then I will start yelling.
My family
but-
used to go to church with them.
Yeah, so we already got it in. Well, the thing is, you got to have passion first, and that was passion. That was passion for that idea. And
That was passion.
if y'all are gonna get behind this with me and
I'm
Danny,
gonna drink this.
Jesse, you're gonna want to, you know, show
I'm
a little
sorry,
more, a little more soul in there. You know what I mean? For once. Nah, it's okay. We got a lot of soul here in podcast hangs. We got them.
I just drank some smart water, so I got some.
Oh, is so
some
how
soul
is
and
it?
some brain power.
Still
it's good.
okay?
It's very
Okay.
nice and clean.
Not like a spinal fluid or anything like that.
No,
Okay,
not
good.
feeling any spinal fluid.
You should not drink that. If
I mean,
it ever
is that, can
comes
you
up.
even drink that? Like, I don't.
You should no, you can't. It's incredibly bad for you. I mean, you're
Have
putting
you
it in
tried
the wrong
have
way.
you tried it before? I would
No,
hope not.
but I did hear about a friend of mine. All right, so I'm not gonna say who this
oh.
is, but
I had a friend.
there's a friend of mine who snuck in to another friend of mine's house, and this guy was just crazy about spinal fluid. Like, you know, you ask the guy at a party, like, hey, what do you know about spinal fluid? He's like, oh, I'll tell you everything. So
like he's got it in like a big milk jug.
yeah, you got it in like from like a milk jug to like something in like the pocket, like a little tincture, like, you know, spinal fluid, just like day in and day out.
like
you
a
know,
little beaker of it.
right?
little
Like,
beakers
yeah,
of
it's
spinal
this guy
fluid.
this person was
Ew.
crazy about it. So I'm just gonna keep
That's
him
gross.
as unidentified as possible.
I bet
but
they were
yeah.
that weird kid at parties that with like the trench coats
No, see, that's
and
the
like
thing.
the Converse.
The
like
person I'm talking about is
The-
actually a pretty well respected figure
Yeah?
within like the circle that I'm talking about. And it's a
Oh.
cool circle, you know, there's people in there. But yeah, so this guy, you know, is the guy with the spinal fluid, but everybody has a thing, you know what I mean? There's another guy who has, you know, hula hoops and just does stuff with hula hoops. Another
hoops.
guy or person just likes to wear like, you know, grass skirt to funerals and stuff like that. It's like a bunch of stuff, that people like to do in certain circles. But anyway, so this guy has spinal fluid, and you know he drinks it a lot. And so one party, he comes out and he's got like a martini glass, and the martini glass is filled to the brim with some like what we expect is a martini. You know what I mean? Olives and everything, had the whole setup, and
Okay.
then you're like, hey, can I get a little swig of that? And the person goes, no. And it's like, why not? And it's like,
You don't want this.
yeah. Well, no. Let's doing the voice. Spinal fluid. And then it's like, wait, what? And then person goes like, yeah, I don't drink it. So anyway, that's a story about
Okay.
the person. Yeah, it's crazy the characters you run into in life. You know what I mean? Sometimes you meet people who like a little bit of spinal fluid with their olives at a party, and sometimes people just want to dance with somebody, like the song says. And
I can't do either one of those things, olives or spinal fluids.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm immediately out of that conversation.
I mean, it's
Immediately
physically
out of that one.
it's physically like dangerous for you. So needless to say, this was like years and years and years ago. So I don't know if this person is still out there, but
How far back are we talking? Like like elementary school.
this is
middle
before you guys
school?
met me. This is like a story I've just brought up to you guys now. So
Interesting.
yeah. So years ago. Not exactly the best period of my life. We were a poor family, and
Back in the Motorhead jacket days.
yeah. Right. No, even before then, my friend.
my
before that. But I did have a Motorhead jacket phase. Yes, that was a.
Everybody had a phase of like themselves that they just like they cringe at. You know?
Yeah.
So you're not the only one.
Exactly. Like, some people have like a fedora phase or something like that. And that's no.
I know who you're trying to get at here.
Oh, yeah?
I know who you're trying to get at.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
They're sitting
do
right
you
next
know?
to you.
What?
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
I just
that's-
wanted you to come out and say it.
Yeah, dude.
I said mine.
I used to think a fedora was cool. I used to wear it a lot, but then it kind of just sat.
But
in,
that's
like,
your cringe point, you would say.
that was. I'd say yeah. I'd
That's
say
your
that's
cringe
my
period.
cringe point.
Yeah, I mean, everybody out there, some people wear fedoras, and that's okay. It's just some people have different opinions on them, and
I had the whole
That's Jesse's
I'm
opinion.
emo phase in middle school.
Did you really?
A little bit.
Everybody went through that.
let's hear. Do you want to talk about that, or is that
No.
so? Okay, all right. Well,
Oh come on! Like we talked about.
if you don't
ours.
talk about it, I'm gonna make it up. See, Danny, he didn't know this, but I knew him back in those days, and you should have seen this guy, man, because you thought I forgot, but I didn't. This guy would wear like a metal choker around his neck, and he had
I
like
never took it.
no.
I never
he had
took
like
it that
red
far.
eyeliner that would like just like extend
like,
out of his eyes like shit like from the
like
sun. It'd be fucking
2003
wild.
Escape the Fate kind of like
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that
I would
kind of
just
like
wear.
emo.
I would just wear black T-shirts and straighten my hair and listen to Fall Out Boy. That's pretty much it.
See, I just wanted to hear you say it. I just wanted to hear you say it because I was
Yeah.
gonna make it up.
I used to do it. I used to do that.
I had to do that for a little bit. So yeah, but
I think I had that phase too. I remember the I Love Boobies bracelets and
I Heart Boobies bracelet. I definitely gave into that because that's just a good
you
cause.
remember wearing
breast
the
cancer.
3D
I mean,
glasses
it's good
after
to
you
stop
went to
it.
a movie. You remember wearing the 3D glasses
Oh, 3D glasses
when
for
you're not
the-
even in a movie?
Oh, wait, was that a thing?
That was a thing where I went to school. Yeah, at least for me it was. I don't know about y'all.
So like, wait, is
But-
this like middle school? I guess.
Probably like 7th or 8th grade. Yeah,
7th or 8th grade. Gee, so people were just wearing 3D glasses everywhere.
I remember quite a few people doing that.
Like with the paper ones, or like were they like
Yeah,
actual like?
I remember
they
that
looked
too.
pretty convincing.
Yeah.
As,
'Cause, like-
like I used to think people like wearing sunglasses inside like okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then like I'd see and like the lenses weren't like reflective or anything. They were just like little black strips of tape. And then I saw like 3D or like the 3D glasses, like whatever they say on the side, like please return or please put in like
Put in the
select
movie bin, like
containers.
what?
Yeah.
The theater
I'd
bin.
I passed somebody wearing like that pair one day, and I saw it on the rims, and I was just like, why? Like, I didn't understand that. Like, I just didn't get it.
The most impressive 3D
I
glasses.
couldn't get that.
The most impressive 3D glasses I've seen were for Spy Kids 3D back in the day.
Dude, that was awesome.
Those were the
I
best
remember that.
glasses, I thought. But
Dude, I know.
But see, I never even saw anyone from school wearing those. I just can't. I never saw
don't think anybody did.
who would wear like 3D glasses to what school?
No.
What school did you go to, man?
I went to Arundel.
What
I
the
went to
heck is in
Arundel
the
High
water in
School.
Arundel right
and
there?
Arundel
That
Middle
is-
School.
Man. Okay. Well, I mean, hey. If anyone remembers those days, you can hit us up.
I remember trying to get into the skinny jeans too. That was probably the one thing that I'm glad that I never got into. Because I was a little Toby, like trying to be emo kid. I couldn't fit into the skinny jeans.
Me neither. Yeah.
My regular jeans are just skinny.
Yeah. Dude, I remember one
Tried to
day.
wear the visor beanies.
Visor beanies.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
I remember I was
See, I remember the Neff
hardcore.
beanies.
I remember I was hardcore on those.
Neff beanies were the biggest thing for my middle school and high school.
I thought the
The visor.
I thought they were cool too.
I think I still have some laying around my house somewhere.
I
Probably.
used to have one, but I don't have it anymore.
Going back to the skinny jeans, though, I remember one day in particular in my childhood where I was in a Hot Topic, right? With my mom.
The root of all like middle school kids.
Yeah.
Hot Topic or Spencer's.
If you weren't
right?
shopping at
Yeah.
Hot Topic or Spencer's when you were in middle school or high school, you just weren't living. That's just what I'm gonna
You
say.
didn't have that experience.
You gotta go at least once when you're a middle school or high schooler.
Any
but
kids
anyway,
doing that now kind of missed out on like when it was like actually cool to do that.
very much so.
The kids
honestly,
now, the kids doing that now probably won't they won't ever have that.
they won't understand
Yeah,
I
like
think
experience like
Spencer's
we
is pretty
did.
cool too.
Spencer's.
Yeah,
I love
Spencer-
more.
yeah.
Spencer's ages well. I think.
I say Spencer's is kind of like what Hot Topic used to be.
Man, you got a sunflower
Yeah.
seed right in your teeth. I got it. For anyone listening, Danny's got some sunflower seeds that he's
Danny's
chewing
just got
on.
a huge. He's got a Gatorade container here that's like probably a quarter full of sunflower seeds.
Just what
There's a lot of them in there.
Yeah,
what
no,
I
that's,
do.
just want to provide context for everybody. Just make sure everybody's on the same
In
page.
case you hear the.
Yeah, exactly.
You can always cut that out.
We gonna have that.
You
I don't
can
want
cut it
people
out of
like,
the final mix.
like imagine doing that in someone's ear,
No.
like the like in someone's ear, like you put that shit.
Like
That's bad.
What is this?
But anyway,
Amplify it. Put some some
Make it a
feedback
beat.
on it. Delay.
okay, yeah, we'll make it like
Make
a little
it really,
like
really
a sound
stand out.
effect.
Make it really stand out.
I just remember everybody going to Spencer's for like the Cookie Monster hats
Oh,
and
yeah.
like all like I don't remember like
Remember
that was
when a
the most
girl-
like prominent thing.
Remember when a girl would take your hat and that's how you knew that she was into you? That was at least the
No.
protocol at
No, I don't-
my
I don't
high
remember
school and
that
middle
either.
school. There was like
I didn't experience that.
I don't know. It was like at least from what I watched from YouTube videos as a kid when I would look up how do I get a girlfriend, they would say,
People made videos on that.
I mean when
Really?
you're a high schooler, a middle schooler,
Dude, have
oh
you
yeah.
ever watched the Shane Dawson tutorial on how to do emo hair?
Yes, there's a
Yeah,
tutorial for
I
everything on
remember that.
YouTube.
I also
But
remember
anyway-
that too, like the hair flipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember all
yeah.
of that too. I never did any of that because I always had like the poofy hair, so I couldn't do that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just evolution, man. This things like that were born to die. They all serve their purpose at some point in life, just like us, and they all die at some point in life, just like all of us. So that's a little truth from Podcast Hangs as well. Just gotta try picking up the ball from that one. Anyway, but yeah. So let's talk about something else that's passionate to
Yeah,
us
let's-
because this while we got time.
How about
It-
shows?
Oh yes. Okay. So this is very important.
And we'll go ahead and plug some dates for y'all.
Yeah,
real
we
quick.
should have done this in the beginning, but
No, it's fun.
yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyway, so by the time this is released, we're going to have some dates coming up for shows. And like we said
Big
in the first
dates.
episode, me, Danny, and Jesse are part of a group known as the Vibesmen. And we're on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. So if you guys want any music and entertainment, feel free to look that up. And so anyway, we got shows for that band in September, and there's a lot of them. So
They start September 6th and 7th at the High Tops Backstage Bash in Timonium.
yes, indeed.
We are going to be on that for, I believe, the 4th year in a row. I think it's
Fourth
the fourth
year.
Fourth year.
This is our 4th year playing, and we are
Fourth year
sharing.
of the festival too.
Yeah, 4th year of the festival. It's like our favorite festival. One of our favorite festivals of
Yeah.
all time, honestly. It's
Yeah.
the reason that I look forward to September so
Yeah,
much.
dude.
And September
Oh, yeah.
is when my birthday happens. I look forward to the Backstage Bash more than I look forward to my own birthday. So that's what it is.
I don't know
Like,
if that's like something to be proud of or something like, you know, you you need to grow up a little bit.
Well, basically, let me paint you a picture. When it's the
Okay.
morning of September 6th and 7th, and we're looking forward to the High Tops Backstage Bash, I'm going to be waking up. No
Big ol'
alarm, and I'm
smile
just
on my
gonna,
face.
I'm just gonna wake up and jump out of bed, and I'm gonna be like, "Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me," because we're on the same bill as Fortunate Youth, Bad Fish, Bumpin' Uglies, Brett Bollinger and the Bad Habits, the Harbor
Magic
Boys,
Beans.
Educated Fools, Magic Beans, Jordan Gillis Band.
Audic Empire, Resonated, Square in the Circle, just so many homies. Never Ending Fall just got added. There's just so many cool people, so many cool bands just coming together for.
Spencer Joyce doing an acoustic thing too.
Yeah, Spencer Joyce is gonna be there.
Yeah, Spencer, hell yeah.
Bubba Love's gonna be hosting an acoustic stage on top of the inside and main stages. Like that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to see a lot of that and see basically everyone else that's playing because
Oh yeah, dude.
the
Oh,
High Tops
yeah.
Backstage Bash is where the most lit lineup is, and that
This year is definitely like the most lit, I'd say.
it gets
It's
better every
definitely-
year.
Yeah, for
it gets
real.
better every year, honestly. And this year it is September 6th and 7th. We are playing both days, which we are very honored to be doing since we are playing for the 4th year in a row. And you guys can get tickets online. The High Tops Backstage Bash has its own Facebook, so you can go there. And we'll probably provide a link somewhere so that
Yeah.
we can help people get
We'll put a
into
link
this.
out.
Yeah, because this is an awesome festival, so you guys definitely want to be a part of this. And we got another festival actually that we're doing, semi-festival, still a very big event
Semi-festival.
in Annapolis. Tell them about it, Jesse.
Yes, Sunday, September 8th, we're going to be doing the Jenny Jam in Annapolis. It's dedicated to Jenny Paris Brady, who is, as most people know, is the lead contributor and founder of Naptown Music, who was
Amazing lady.
amazing woman, huge backbone and support system for the Annapolis music scene and Baltimore and just like the DMV in general. Like it stretched so far beyond Annapolis that it was so cool to see it blossom from an amazing hometown that is Annapolis to Baltimore to Pennsylvania to Delaware to Virginia. It's just all over the place. And Jenny's like, I don't know, she's missed, dude. She is greatly missed. And
Very much so.
this show is for her. This show is like the show that she wanted. And it couldn't be a better place to do it, better people to put it on, people to contribute to it. Just like a good old like get together, like a hangout, like a
Yeah.
party. It's got that vibe to it. It's gonna be something special.
Yeah,
And
very
it's
much.
free.
Yeah, and it's
It's
free.
free.
So once again, September 8th, Union Jacks in Annapolis. That's where the Vibesmen are going to be for the Jenny Jam. It's going to be very awesome, and yeah, exactly what Jenny would have wanted, I believe. Just a lot of musicians hanging out and paying tribute to one of the best people in the scene, honestly. So that's where you can find us, guys. The Vibesmen. We're going to be, once again, High Tops Backstage Bash, September 6th and 7th, and the Jenny Jam on September 8th at Union Jacks in Annapolis. We hope to see you guys there, and if you see us there, say hi and let us know how shitty the podcast is.
Please let us know.
Yeah, because we got to know about that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
dude.
forward to all that,
I'm
man.
I'm so hyped for those.
I love
We-
a weekend full of shows. That's
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's very rare for us, honestly, to do like a full weekend like that. But it's still such an awesome it's an awesome weekend to look forward to in general because of not just the fact that we're playing, but for the people that we're playing with and the people we're playing for. The beautiful people at High Tops Backstage Bash and Union Jacks and all the other bands that are going to be there. They're all really, really fire
dude.
acts, and it's gonna be
Fire.
lit. So you guys definitely want to be a part of it because it's gonna be something to talk about for the rest of your lives.
It's crazy that we've been on the Bash like since the beginning too. Like I think we were literally the first year the last band that was added. I think we got added like maybe a few days before.
I think so. Yeah, you're talking about the first year, right?
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
year.
first year we were like added very last minute. Shout out to Fernando. He
Yeah,
reached out to
Fernando,
us.
Educated Fools. Congrats to them for signing with Providence Music Group too.
Such
Shout
an
out
awesome
to you
feat.
guys making moves.
Yeah, they're the homies, but yeah, so Fernando came in clutch as he is known to do, and I think it was something about a cancellation or something like that some band couldn't be
think
there,
so.
and then he was like, "You guys want to play?" And we were like, "Sure."
I
And-
remember looking at that lineup too. I remember Dale and the Z Dubs was on there. Higher Education I think was on there.
Yep. Never Ending
The
Fall was on
Fools,
there. I remember
think
that.
Never Ending Fall was on there. I think Joint Operation was on there too.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think they played right after us.
I think so. I remember that was a fun day too.
Yeah.
I remember my guitar strap broke that day too.
Oh,
I remember I
yeah.
had to play with like my knee up. Like I was like
On the speaker or
Yeah,
the
dude.
monitor,
yeah,
I guess.
on the monitor. Like it
Sheesh.
was
I do
oh
remember
dude, that was so bad. Any musician out there who's kind of gone through any kind of technical error or if something's going on with your guitar, you know how hard it is to kind of keep that going, like keep the momentum in the song going and tend to that at the same time. It's hard.
You gotta split your focus.
Yeah,
and
it's hard.
That is a hard thing to do for those who don't multitask and all that kind of stuff, man. It is a hard thing to do sometimes.
For anybody who wasn't there either, it was like the top part of my guitar strap on my bass. Guitar strap on my bass.
Yeah, that's a guitar still.
Your bass strap on your bass.
Yeah, my strap, just my strap.
Your
Just
strap on.
Strap
flew,
on?
just flew out. It flew out of the screw, the washer, everything. Just
The cock
flew
ring.
right out.
The cock ring with it.
Yeah.
Went with it too.
There
Cock.
goes my cock ring. But
Classic.
it just completely flew out of my bass, and I'm glad that I had it in my hands because I grabbed it, and I was like, woo, like I was kind of just holding it for a second, like it was like I was frozen. I didn't know what to do, and I had to go on the monitor and play. Like you ever see like Robert Trujillo from Metallica, kind of just
Oh,
like
yeah, he
the
gets
way
on
he like
there.
gets down and stuff, like. I kind of had to pull like that because like there was nothing else I could do until after the song was over when I just grabbed it and I just like shoved it back into my bass and I just hammered it a few times.
Damn.
And I was just like, all right, this is going to hold. And I think the next day, like me and my dad like glued it. And so it couldn't go anywhere.
Wow.
I made sure that didn't happen again because that was so hard to come
You
back
gotta
from.
be well prepared, honestly, for those kind of shows, man. Especially shows as important as High Tops Backstage Bash.
Well, I don't
Like,
even think it's just a show. You have to be prepared for like anything that can go wrong.
Yeah,
too.
because
Yeah,
there's a lot that can go wrong.
Yeah, for
Like,
real. And we've
spilling
all
water.
experienced- Yeah, oh, dude, don't even get me started on spilling water. I think that happens at like every show that we go to, every show that we play. Like
Every show that I'm at, basically, there's a spilled water.
is spilled. Like
Yeah.
if you see a puddle, it's probably
From my ass.
Not from your
No.
ass, but
from
from
Nick.
my ass, actually.
From Nick.
From my ass. But anyway, yeah. So I'm a notorious water spiller
Yeah,
when it comes to shows.
You need to tell
Well,
the
here's the
people
thing.
listening about this.
Here's the thing. People got to give you more tops with water, I think. Like water bottles got tops like this. I think there needs to be
Venues
more
can't
of
give
that.
you bottles of water though.
They can't give you
So-
bottles
some
of
them
water.
Can, I think some of them can.
Some
they
of
just
them
choose
can,
not
but
to.
it's very few of them. And I don't know why, because it's less of a chance of spilling in general. And when, you want to put it somewhere, and you're like trying to dance or something like that, you know it's not going to spill there. So it's not going to spill one place, it's not going to spill at another place, and it's also not going to get on anybody else. So it's going to help everybody in the end. So why don't
Probably
people...
won't get roofied.
Yeah, won't get roofied
Yeah, won't get
either.
roofied.
Oh my god. Dude. Exactly.
That is one plus about this. Though.
You
Won't
like
get roofied.
people put their napkins on water nowadays so that nobody roofies them. Like it would be
I
so
do that.
much easier if they just
I'm guilty of that.
and you don't have to do the whole bottled water thing. I understand that's not good for the environment, but some kind of substitute that would just cover the water would be
Right.
beautiful. Like something that's not plastic, obviously. Or is plastic good or bad? That's bad,
Plastic's bad.
Okay,
I
yeah.
have
Very
a,
bad.
So-
I have a metal water bottle.
right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So something along the lines of that.
Get
That
a
would be
Yeti,
great.
right?
It's
Yetis.
Yetis, yeah, Yetis are great, but I'm talking about something in a restaurant sense, like something something
okay.
that restaurants can use that's like good for the
They could
environment,
give
but
you-
also
that-
still.
Some restaurants have those like steel, or they're not steel, probably like tin or aluminum containers that they have the water in, because it sweats like this.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're called, but
I don't
know
know
a lot
either,
of
but
restaurants have that.
it would be it'd be way
And that
better
is
for
cold.
that. It's just that's.
but
just,
I don't know. That doesn't have a top either.
Right. Well, there's also venues that help you out by giving you like a little like holder, like a little thing you put on a mic stand, and you can like put it. Or you can attach it, and then you can
yeah,
like put your water
yeah.
there. There was a gig that we did at Cult Classic Brewery in on
yeah.
Kent Island.
Shout out to Cult Classic. Dude.
Cult Classic is an awesome.
Anybody in Maryland that hasn't been there yet,
It's an
go
awesome
there.
place, and there's a lot of good shows that happen there.
They have these.
I was definitely blown away by how nice it was, and I did not know it was over there. And I was living over there, and I definitely wished I would have gone over there while I was
Yeah.
living there.
It's
There's
got like a
like-
little
It was
bit of
brand-
everything,
it-
honestly.
It was brand new for like a little while before I left. I think I was gone most of the time, like while it was starting to happen.
Yeah.
that could,
I think
that
so.
could have been too.
They
Yeah.
got like games and movies and all that kind of stuff when there's not like live music going on in the next room and awesome brews
beer.
on tap and stuff.
They
Yeah,
have
exactly. So really cool place, but we were playing a show there and I was singing, obviously, and I had a water that was uncovered.
Oh, dude,
And
yes.
I
This is a good one.
whenever we're on stage, I try to just scan the stage somewhere where I can put my water, right? I got to look for something that's not going to be near the speakers, not going to be near the drum or the kick drum, because obviously there's going to be some boom coming out from that and that could shake the water. Not on a speaker of any kind, obviously, or amp. So yeah, I'm looking everywhere and I eventually find somewhere. It's somewhat near Jesse's bass amp, but it's not totally there. Like that's another thing that I watch for. I watch for the spill factor, because some water can, or depending on how much water there is, it can travel. So I
Yeah.
estimate the travel length. So I'm trying to make sure that if it does spill, which it's inevitable to do sometimes, at least it won't get to a wire or a speaker or something. Like
True.
it'll spill, but it might get on the.
Well, it's good that you're looking out like
Yeah,
that.
it might get on the drummer's mat or something like that, but come on, it's not gonna do much damage. But anyway,
Well, that one,
so
in this story, like you kind of spilled it all over the place.
I spilled it all over the place.
At least
yeah,
on one side of the stage.
but it was during when we were playing, and none of the amps or speakers went like ballistic, so
Right,
it was
right.
fine. So I was good there, and because I estimated it and all that kind of stuff, that's my system. But the
plotted it
worst
out.
part about this, and everything was fine. I didn't have a water, but sometimes I'll drop a water mid set and I'll be fine. I just gotta watch myself. But for this time, I look around and I notice my mic stand and it has the little holder for my water the entire time. And I just didn't notice it. My dumbass was just looking around the stage looking for something to put my water on that would be safe and secure and wouldn't get anywhere. Hey, what about the mic stand? That's why we put the fucking thing on it! That's what was going through my head. Was
know what's
just like,
crazy?
that's why they did it!
You know what's-
and you're a fucking dumbass, Nick! That's what was going
You know
through
what's
my head.
I think, like, not to add insult to injury, but I think all of the mic stands had it too. So, like, you had your pick.
Yeah. I mean, all of them had it, yeah, but I just didn't notice it. That's the thing. That's the whole point of the story. I just didn't notice it, and I could have avoided the entire thing. We wouldn't be talking about the fact that I would have spilled water if
Yeah.
I just would have paid attention to that. So basically, singers, just don't get so fucked up before you go on stage to forget that you have somewhere to put your water when it's on the mic stand. Look, I know some of you like to use the mic stands, but sometimes it's better to just put the water on there and not spill it anywhere like I did. Just talking as a singer myself, so
That's good advice.
sorry. But yeah, so yeah. Venues, put some covers on your water, please. Something that's good for the environment. Anyway,
I don't know. I'd rather have bottles, but honestly, at any venue that can give you like water is nice because some venues don't even give you anything,
some venues don't give you a lot of stuff.
and you're left to sweat.
Yeah, you have to sweat, and sometimes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just got a mysterious knock on the door.
I have a package that's supposed to be delivered.
Danny's got a package that's supposed to
Danny's
be
got a
delivered,
package.
actually. Let's see if this gets sexual. This would be an awesome time to go to break.
Sexual.
Yeah. It'd be an awesome time to go to break, but we don't have that, so I guess we can just...
We don't do breaks here.
Nah.
We just make stuff happen.
we just keep going. All right, so... While Danny gets that figured out...
Danny's got a package he's tending to, and we're
Yeah.
if you see us over here, like for those watching, we're like kind of looking over this way. Nick's got his phone out right now, and he's on our Instagram live. We do have social media. We're not hermits or anything like that. You can follow us
Exactly.
at Podcast Hangs. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. I actually made us a Twitter.
Oh, awesome.
So we're on that as well at Podcast Hangs.
Perfect place to put my agenda.
You don't have the password, so you can't put your agenda up there yet. And
I
it
don't
seems
have
like
it.
Danny is back. He's got his package. Everything is good. Welcome back. We were talking about Twitter.
Okay.
Would you want our Twitter login because we have a Twitter. We do use Twitter.
I don't.
Would you like the login?
Not really.
Okay. So it seems like it's just going to be me and Nick putting our agenda.
I guess so.
I don't have an agenda, so I'm just going to leave that to you. I'm
Yeah.
just going to post my thoughts,
We'll swing it.
maybe some pictures,
Probably some memes.
probably some memes, maybe retweet some news, stuff like that. Just
Retweet some nudes.
the important things. Nudes, like what are we talking about here? Like what kind of nudes are you looking at?
Just whatever comes our way, you know.
I don't know. Do you think we'll get nude? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't. We're doing a podcast in a kitchen right now, dude. I don't know if we'll get nudes.
I'm just saying, if any come our way and they're like, "Hey, well, I'm trying to get famous. Please retweet this." Only if then we can do it, but not before
Okay.
that, obviously. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, I'm not a monster, Jesus. But anyway, yeah. So we talked about venues and venues that don't give you water. Here's something that I want to talk about. I want to talk about.
I can't talk.
That's passionate, or I have passion about.
Nick's
Jeez.
so passionate about this, he can't even.
I'm
talk
mixing
right.
up my words. I'm so passionate about
He's
this.
preparing himself to unload. Like I think he's about to rant.
because I'm about to go off.
I think we feel a rant coming.
So here we go.
Right,
so
Danny? I think we feel
this
a rant
is
coming on.
yeah. This is for everybody who listened to the traffic bit and was happy about that. Here's a scenario for
People
all you
probably
traffic
hated
people out there. Let's say you're in traffic, okay, and you're driving for miles and miles, and there seems to be no end in sight. You're trying to get to, I don't know, your in-laws or something like that. And it's just not a drive you're looking forward to, obviously, because that's what comedians have told us over the years. And all of a sudden, there's an exit. oh my, an exit, you say to yourself. And you go to the exit and you see that there's a gas station. And you're like, beautiful, I need gas. I need to stretch my legs. If you have a dog, I gotta take the dog out. Like, something like that. So
Okay.
they're like, gas station. Geez, I need to see what this gas station is. Is it a Wawa? Is it I don't know, Royal Farms? What is
Maybe
it?
a Highs.
Maybe
Sheetz,
a high. Yeah,
depending on where
Sheetz,
you're
I don't
at.
know. Who knows? You get to it, and turns out it's just some gas station that has gas,
Oh,
but you
like they
don't know if there's anything else in there. Like,
It's just like one of those gas stations that has like the little like median inside.
there's a
like
whole
the-
there's like a kiosk of things available to you, and there's a guy, and he's behind some plastic for some
Glass.
reason. Yeah, exact plexiglass or something like that. I don't know, but yeah. So you're going around and you're getting the gas, and you're like, hey, I had some McDonald's. I had a meal before I got on the road, and I gotta release it. You know what I mean?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But you walk around the gas station,
You can't find a bathroom.
and there's no fucking bathroom.
dude. That's like your worst. Oh,
Okay, so let me-
that's like a nightmare situation right there.
Let me say why I mentioned Wawa, Sheetz, and Royal Farms and all that. Because those are the gas stations that are taking over everywhere. And yeah, they
Literally,
got the sandwiches, and yeah, they got the appetite, and they got food and great options and all that kind of stuff. But what they
And cheap
also
gas. They
have,
cheap gas too.
what they also have are operational and vastly enough space bathrooms. It's Danny, we were talking about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's a human rights thing. People just need to
things like water and like
This
free
is one of the-
blankets or clothes or like bathrooms or like stuff like that need to be available to the public.
to the public.
For
Exactly.
free.
Yeah, for
Because
free.
we have all the resources available, and
Right.
it should be for free because those are basic human needs.
Yeah, you need to take a piss. You need to take a shit. You have to, okay? This is what we've come to know as human beings. And the animals have to do it too.
Yeah.
I mean, animals can do
Yeah.
it out in the wild. That's cool. But humans, we're civilized. We got to have bathrooms. So it's either you're going in the bathroom or you're going behind the gas station that you're at that doesn't have the bathroom, and you're peeing there as you're flipping off the guy who can see you probably through the window, because that's just... And also, stop making people pay to use the bathroom, okay? It doesn't make sense. The stick of gum that they're gonna buy at the end of it is just not worth the price margin at the end of the day, or whatever it is. It's bad economics, okay? People aren't
I
gonna
can get
look at your
behind
place as a place to go to. They're gonna look at it as a place for like, hey, maybe we can go to it, but I'd rather go here. You're gonna be the second option or the last option or something like that, because the bathroom is just what people need at some point. Houses have bathrooms because people need to use them at some point. And just charging people just does not make sense.
Well, maybe with the automatic car, they'll just start making them with bathrooms.
See, that would
dude,
be
'cause
awesome.
That would be.
That would settle that whole
I hope.
thing.
What if Tesla did that? Like, what if
Yeah.
Tesla's doing that right now?
I don't
And we
know.
don't. We don't even know about it, dude.
I would love
Like,
that.
like Elon Musk isn't telling us. Like, he could tweet out like, "I'm taking a shit in my car." People will be like,
Yeah.
oh, "Okay, he's on some shit again."
Yeah.
And then, like, he's actually like making a car
Because-
that can like open up, and you could just like, blah, like do your thing, and
You know why?
And then it will close, and then you just
Yeah.
keep driving. Like
What it should
that.
do.
Like I think that would be dope.
What it should do is it should not only do that, but have some process where it's converting all that waste into your fuel.
Yeah,
Yo,
there's some cars that
okay,
do that
yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It would be great because, see, this is what it is. Tesla and all that, they're smart enough to know that bathrooms, like we said, are like just humans need them, and it's just good for the general public. So when you're pleasing the general public, you're gonna be benefiting off that in the end. So gas stations, just put bathrooms in there. Stop with the employees only doors. I can't stand to see these employees only doors. Y'all are a gas station. What are you doing back there?
I hate
What
to-
is it? What is it? Do you just put like all the snacks in there or something like that? Just put. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense. You got 2 employees only doors and no bathroom. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Where do y'all go for the bathroom? Where do y'all go?
One of them has to be like a trick door.
Yeah, there's got to be something for people who are like
one of
all
them
right.
has to be a bathroom, but they just put an employees only sign on it to trick people.
Or they're like, no, we're not letting the general public use our bathroom because we have like
See, this is
specific
important. In this age, y'all have to question everything. So you know
Exactly.
what? Next time you're in one of those bathrooms, you go in one of those doors.
Yeah, go in
That's
them.
what you have to do.
And just, and see what use it's getting put into. It's not much. You know what it'd be better for? A bathroom for the public. That's what it is, man. And anyone who wants to challenge me on this can. But right now, the only way I see it is people gotta use it. People gotta use it.
I hate too those gas stations that like lock their bathrooms and you have to go get like this big key. Like the key is
What's
about
with
like
the big key?
The key
What's
is
with
like
the big
this. Like the
key?
key is like the size of this bottle, and like the key is literally like this big.
Yeah, like
And, like they
you
like
could
they're-
lose that key in that big ass thing. Like what is?
I don't know. Like unless something's probably happened to that gas station, like there isn't really a reason why they have to lock it. Like,
yeah,
I could understand them locking it because like I know that there are people who do drugs and shit in gas station bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like that's a reason. But if like somebody's like gotta go to the if they gotta go, like they gotta go, like they gotta get that door open.
If it's a nice facility maintained by respectful people, then it's going to attract that,
Right.
Yeah,
I would
And-
hope so.
Yeah, man. It's just the people at the top got bathrooms where they're associated at. So you just gotta get with the program. Like if there's any money to invest in something like that, I think a bathroom is a good investment. That's just better for everybody in the long haul. So
Literally better.
like what else are you spending that money on? Like more food and drinks? People can't, dispense of that. Like what are you going to do? Just be you can get a few people with that, but obviously you're not going to do as well as Wawa and Sheetz and all that kind of stuff.
Mofo.
It's just I love Wawa so much, but that's not the point. The point is
Yeah, honestly, dude, if it came down to
Bathrooms.
Wawa or Royal Farms, which one are you guys taking?
okay, so this is only because we have Royal Farms and Wawa. Because if we had Sheetz, I
If
would
we
say
had Sheets,
Sheetz.
I'd take Sheets
I'd
any
say
day.
Sheetz
but
in a heartbeat.
Maryland is fucking up by not putting a Sheets anywhere.
I mean, you got to
There's
go very
Sheetz out
far.
Western Maryland,
Yeah,
near
Western
Frostburg.
That's
Maryland.
too
You got to go
far,
very
dude.
far. You got to go
That's
very
too
far to get
far.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Larry
That's
Hogan.
that's like a half day trip.
Larry
up there.
Hogan.
And I'm not trying to
bring-
go up there like.
Yeah.
What am I gonna go up there? What am I gonna go up there for? Gas
College
and
parties.
food, and then right back.
College parties,
yeah.
That's true, but
None of us can talk today.
yeah, but basically, okay, Royal Farms or Wawa. I'm going to say
I'm going Wawa.
why?
They have better food. I think they have better food. I think the people there are nicer too, in my opinion. I just like the
That's-
food more from
Okay.
Wawa, to be honest. I think you get a little bit more variety.
Okay.
Even though you can't bash Rofo's chicken, honestly.
Yeah,
You can't
and their
bash
burgers
it,
are
but-
pretty good too. Actually, I've had their burgers and I've had their wraps, and yeah, Royal Farms is pretty good, and they got that dollar any size fountain soda, so I may get that after this, honestly, because I'm really fucking broke. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think Royal Farms because their chicken,
Ooh,
honestly,
okay.
chicken is really nice
Okay.
there. I like the fact they give you cheese fries. Not every place
True.
does that.
Wawa
so-
doesn't have fries. That's
they-
the only reason that
They got
like,
gravy fries too. You could put gravy
Oh,
on
dude.
that. Like
Wow.
that's, dude. It's so good. So I mean, okay, but this is the thing I have with Royal Farms. You can't eat it while you drive. It's gotta be you gotta like sit there for a little bit because I can't eat the
I don't
chicken
know,
and drive at the same time at
You can't eat
least.
Wawa bowls and drive either. Like that's dangerous.
But you can but you can do their like sandwiches. I would say their sandwiches. Would you
dude.
say their sandwiches are more important than their bowls or more popular than the bowls?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say so.
Okay, so yeah, you can at least
But
eat
you
that
got
while you drive.
got Hoagie Fest, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
that's like cultural now.
You can eat that while you drive. So I'll give Wawa that for that. But overall, Royal Farms, like if I was to die for some terrible act of murder or something like that, that would send me to the death penalty, and they're like, all right, we would usually give you an ideal last meal.
We'll give you
but
cafeteria food. But
Yeah,
we're
but-
giving you a last meal.
yeah, but we're on a budget, so you can only do Wawa or Royal Farms. I would say Royal Farms because it's
Okay.
just a lot more flavors going on in my opinion. Just the chicken, the wraps, the fries, all that stuff, man. It's
I could
just
fuck
it's
with
so
that.
good, and the dollar fountain drinks. Come on,
True.
I love it.
True. What about you, Danny? What are you taking?
I'd have to go with Royal Farms.
Damn,
and
dude. Am I
yes.
the only one here that's for Rofo?
Well,
Come on.
the- the-
not for
That was a
Rofo?
high five.
The only reason is there's this mango carrot juice. I forget what brand it is, but it comes in like a glass bottle. And every time I go into Royal Farms, that's the only place I've ever seen it. And I love this juice.
Mango
And
carrot juice?
Yeah, it's like a mango carrot juice. I forget what the brand is, but it's like a little glass bottle with like a black cap. It's
Wow.
like mango carrot. It's really, really good. I love it. They also have like a mango orange, and that one's okay, but the mango carrot, like, it was just really sweet, and it kind of reminded me of V8 Splash a little bit, but
Oh, dude,
I
I haven't
kind of
had that in forever.
I kind of liked it better than V8 Splash, though. It had more of a sweet kind of taste to it. But anyway, I've only ever seen it at Royal Farms. That's the only place I've ever seen it. So if I see a Royal Farms, I usually try to look for that.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you have it, folks.
Well, all right. This show favors Rofo 2-1 then.
yeah. Well, I mean, we
as
haven't
sad
heard
as it is.
we haven't heard from the people who follow us. So, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
the big craze right now is
Let us know, y'all.
The real craze right now is
Rofo or
between the
Wawa?
Chick-fil-A and the Popeyes chicken
All right.
sandwiches. but-
Okay. Okay. I have had both. I will say the Popeyes chicken sandwich is better than the Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh,
Really?
man. Tell
I
me
had
why.
okay. So first of all, I got into it before there was hype. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried it. I saw a commercial, and I think I went 2 days after I saw the commercial. This was way before the Twitter hype, the Instagram hype, the Facebook, like all the social media hype. I get a spicy sandwich with, I can't remember what sauce they gave me, but I didn't put it on the sandwich. I dipped it. I got
Okay.
the spicy sandwich with fries and a Dr. Pepper. Okay.
Ooh.
Like straight,
Sounds
like
classic.
straight meal. And I pull off. I look at I examine the sandwich. It looks like you take their strips and like you just make it like one big piece of chicken. And they put these you've been to Chicken Roost. You've both been to Chicken Roost. You know
Chicken
like the
Roost
size
is
of their,
awesome in
you
Annapolis.
know like the size of their pickles.
Yeah.
Like imagine like those like sliced in half on the bottom of the sandwich.
Ooh, okay.
And then they put this like spicy mayo.
Ooh, I love
on-
spicy mayo.
They put it on the bun first, and then put the pickles.
So you saw the
Then in
process.
the sandwich. I examined the sandwich. I saw the process in the sandwich.
Wow.
So I examined the sandwich. I bite into it, and it was like immediately just shit on Chick-fil-A. Like it was like it was crunchy. It was like juicy. The pickles were good. The mayo was good. Like it was spicy mayo. Okay, I know some of y'all said we don't like mayo, and we said
yeah.
in one of our clips we don't like mayo, but spicy mayo is different because
Yeah.
it's not mayonnaise.
That's got a kick, and
That's got a kick, and it's got different
Oh.
stuff in it.
Goes great with a lot of things.
So that's that's the difference from mayo. We don't do
Yeah.
regular mayo. We do spicy, mayo.
Chipotle
But-
mayo, all that kind of stuff.
And the bun was like surprisingly like crispier
Crispy
than
bun.
Chick-fil-A's. So it was like
I can believe that.
it was an all around very savory sandwich. And then I
That's-
had the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and it was like I don't like it. Just tasted like okay.
Yeah, savory is what you want in those chicken sandwiches, honestly. And I will say, I think Popeye's chicken is usually. I mean, it's.
I
it's
prefer
up
it
to,
over KFC any day.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Popeyes has the like. The best chicken to me standalone is Popeyes.
Okay.
In my opinion.
that's fair. I mean, it's a distinct flavor for sure. Like it is not KFC, and KFC is its own thing for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll give that to Popeyes. It's got a distinct flavor. Sometimes it's just too spicy for me. I'll say that. It's
Really?
just a little. Sometimes, but most of the time I can bring it down. But if I'm looking for like a mild like chicken dinner, I would maybe go to KFC or something like that. But I love Popeyes as well. It's
yeah,
good.
I like to get the chicken tenders from Popeyes because they're like really good and really
So
crunchy.
good,
But
so
I
good.
also love just the classic fried chicken from KFC. Like,
True. Yeah.
I love that stuff too, man.
Yeah.
I love
Why
it.
isn't anyone talking about KFC and all this? I mean,
I think they're like a lot of their stores are closing.
wow.
I think the game is gone.
Yeah, they
The
were
game's
trying to bring
changing.
back the main dude for a while with all those different actors, but I
Oh,
guess
the Colonel.
yeah, but I guess it
I don't
just
know. Like,
didn't.
I can't remember
It's
how
just
many
not
people
coming
have played the
back.
Colonel. Like, there's been so many people who've played the Colonel.
And I don't know, none of them are like the Colonel to me. Like I can't really, out of the new ones that have come
Yeah.
out in the most
It
recent
looks
years, none of them
That's
have been
true.
like that's the
That's
Colonel.
very
No,
true.
I'm
It
not
looks
saying
like
blank
Phil-
is the Colonel.
It looks like Phil Hartman's trying to do a bad version of the Colonel.
Oh, dude.
That's the
what it
guy
looks
from
like
Mad
to
Men,
me.
right? Or
No, he was
No.
on SNL.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
on
yeah,
SNL. You're probably
That's
thinking
what it
of
looks
John.
like to
I don't
me.
think John Hamm ever did.
I thought he did
the
one.
Colonel. I don't think
he did
did
one KFC.
I think one.
commercial.
I think the John Slattery did.
Oh,
the
okay.
white haired guy who
maybe
also played
that's what I'm thinking
Howard
about.
Stark in the MCU. By the way,
Mm.
I don't know, dude. Like those, some of them are good. Like Ray Liotta was a good Colonel. I thought he was like the crazy Colonel.
Oh, okay,
He,
okay.
Like they just like he just came from shooting Goodfellas and he
Oh,
wanted to shoot. He
true.
wanted to shoot as the Colonel.
wasn't
Can you
Ellen
imagine
wasn't
that?
Ellen a Colonel?
I think it was Reba.
Oh,
Reba, I think
yeah,
Reba,
yeah,
was,
Reba
Reba
was
was
a-
a Colonel.
Reba's. I don't know. I'm not a big Reba fan in general, but hers
I
was
don't know,
okay.
dude.
Hers was okay.
I give her props. Like she's grinding.
She's a good
I think
singer, I'll say that. I
she's
mean-
got a lot going for her.
Yeah, she had that show back in
She
the
did.
day. You know, come
I used
home,
to watch her show. Like her show was actually like kind of funny.
ABC Family, right? All that stuff.
I think it was.
I thought it was on
know.
ABC Family.
I thought it was on Lifetime. I
Maybe
don't know.
Lifetime. Actually, that
I
sounds
can't
a bit
remember.
more.
It's been a while.
Maybe so. I don't know, man. But anyway, yeah. So all that chicken, man. It's all good chicken at the end of the day. You got to give it up to people in the fast food industry for that chicken, because hey, it's
Some of it-
affordable. That's great. It's all good.
It's like all fast food. It's affordable. right?
Yeah. So if you don't want to break the bank, and
But
you
yeah, we still eat it. Like
Yeah.
we're all suckers for it.
especially everybody on the podcast hangs. Honestly, all of us.
Yeah.
All of us, we make very little money, so we need these places like McDonald's and Royal Farms
Bell
and Wawa,
especially.
Taco Bell especially. I'll say that.
I
Yeah, I
just got
think
all my food delivered, so I'll know what y'all talking about.
Yeah,
you
no.
literally don't have to leave your
Danny's
apartment for like,
fancy.
anything.
You
You
fancy?
literally don't have to like leave your apartment for anything. You don't have to go anywhere to get food. Don't have to anywhere to get drinks. You get your packages delivered to you.
You got a bathroom in here, so you're
Yeah, you
already
got a
ahead of the
bathroom.
curve.
You got 2 TVs.
I'll go out for some stuff.
I like to go out. I like to be social.
I mean, you got to go out because we're playing this. Well, in September.
Next
Yeah.
weekend.
September. So I think how long have we been doing this for? Like, or how long has this podcast been running so far? This episode. What time are we at?
2
Basically, that's
hours.
what I'm saying. Okay, so I think this is probably a good time to sign off. Before we go, I just wanted to remind everybody about the dates. We have September 6th and 7th at High Tops Backstage Bash, and we got the Jenny Jam at Union Jacks in Annapolis on September 8th. So hope you guys can come out to us being the Vibesmen on that. And
And if you want to see us for podcast hangs, come hang too. We don't change. We're not different people.
yeah, we're very
aside
much
from
the
these
same
mics.
people. So we can
We
talk
just
to
make
you.
shitty music.
Yeah, but we can still talk. So if you guys want to talk about something, just let us know, and let us know who you're here for too, so that we can figure out which one we want to do. No, I'm kidding. But anyway,
I actually make good music.
yeah,
Yeah,
we make,
Danny makes good music.
Danny
we
makes
make
good
shitty
music. We all make okay music. No, but anyway,
We're all talentless hacks.
yeah, but we are playing. So that's the biggest thing. So yeah, once again, September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Please come out, you guys. It's gonna be awesome. We are the Vibesmen. This is Nick.
This is Jesse.
This is Danny.
we're signing off. Thank you guys for listening to the second episode of Podcast Hangs. Jesse, do you have some kind of hook you want to exit out on?
I ain't got no hook.
All right.
Let's just end this.
So we'll see you guys later. Thank you for listening, and just get home safe, please. Get home safe, because we've
That's a good
called.
sign off.
Couch safe.
Yeah,
Get home from the couch, work,
right.
home,
We've called.
wherever you're listening to this. You could be listening to this in the shower.
We're very concerned,
Just
and
don't slip in the shower.
we just
please.
really want you guys to be safe. That's what it is. We really do love you and care about you, and just please, for our sake, be careful.
This
All
has
right.
been a PSA from Podcast Hangs.
Have a good night or day.